All right. Anyway, so let's get started. First and foremost, I want to get started by talking about fucking Baltimore PD. Okay, Baltimore
11
PD.
months, baby.
Why do I love this
Long live the
fucking
brain
show?
rot.
Why do I love We Own the City? Well, I love it because, like I said, it pretty much is a summarization of everything that I've fucking talked about. And everything I continue to talk about with respect to police brutality, lack of accountability, a sense of entitlement that they have, and how they fucking brutalize some of the most marginalized people, and their entire job by design is to continue fucking harassing black people, brown people, poor people in general, steal from them in the form of civil asset forfeiture, and also steal from them illegally.
Damn, bro. We all got
okay?
daddy issues.
And do a whole bunch of fucked up shit. And obviously, like, listen, this got so incredibly bad in Baltimore alongside Ferguson, right? That the government actually had to step in. Like, the DOJ had to literally step in and be like, this shit is fucked up. We got to do something about it. Okay? Like, that's how bad it got. The cops were doing too much copping that even, the administration itself was like, okay, maybe we need to, like, change some shit. Okay? Because, like, I know that's your job. Your job is to quite literally be brutal to fucking poor people, especially black people. Like, that's your whole whole purpose, right, for existence. But it got so fucking bad that they were like, all right, we got to do something. Now, let me give you some examples. Like, okay, so for example, some of the stats that they use, and this is a real story from Baltimore Police Department and the gun trace task force that they have. Okay. And how the gun trace task force completely was like out of control, psychotic. They were doing whatever the fuck they wanted, right? And literally stealing money from random fucking people. Some of them drug dealers, some of them not, right? And one of the most like insane sequences that you see in the fucking show is when there's a gun trace task force guy who moves over to detective for homicide. Who moves over to homicide. He becomes a detective, right? He's not a plainclothes officer. So that the detectives are, doing a very necessary part of policing. As a matter of fact, probably the most important part of police work. Now, detectives are also fucking incompetent, obviously, but it's like a little bit more serious. It's like more serious work. So he fucking goes to sit at court as there's a jury pool that they are trying to select so that they can find 12 people that are going to sit there and
oh man, a year
and
hassle.
Give their verdict on a fucking chat. Cover your ears in it. Wait, what? This is not spoilers, man. Are you fucking insane? This is real life. You fucking dummies. This is literally real life. Shut the fuck up about spoilers. Okay.
At Hasanabi,
but there's a point where he has to go to fucking court. And he goes to court, and the numbers that I'm giving you are real life numbers. They can't find 12 fucking people inside of Baltimore city limits that don't have a bias against cops. Now, you might be thinking, oh, it's the movies. No, motherfucker. It's because 1 in 6 people living in Baltimore have been arrested. And oftentimes for bullshit reasons, for no fucking reason whatsoever. Like, there was a point in time from 2005 to like before Freddie Gray was unjustifiably fucking mercilessly, brutally executed by the Baltimore Police Department. 1 in 6 people living in fucking Baltimore city limits was arrested for bullshit reasons. Many of them, most of them for bullshit fucking reasons. So much so that they would go up in court, and you have to stand up in court. They ask you, like, do you have any biases towards police? And they were like, yeah, of course I have a bias towards police. They beat the shit out of me. They beat my son, okay, for no fucking reason. They stole my money. If they come up here and they give testimony, I'm not going to believe that testimony, They couldn't find enough people to fucking fill up a goddamn jury pool.
Device supply company, make above the minimum wage for my state, not even federally. And still
because everyone in the city of Baltimore is impacted by, in one way, shape, or form, police brutality and police violence. That's what is really important for you to understand when you think about, like, for example, in the aftermath of the George Floyd execution in broad daylight, you had people burn a fucking police precinct down. It didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen out of nowhere. It wasn't unjustifiable. It was so understandable. That anger is so understandable when a fucking brutal militant, armed to the fucking gill, unaccountable brigade of fucking potato bags are beating on you and stealing from you and harassing you every goddamn day, including outside of your own fucking apartment and shit, okay, for loitering. Yeah, you're gonna fucking be mad when they kill another a citizen and then think that they can get away with it again. But this is an incredible part of it, okay? There's a lot of sequences like this that perfectly showcase police brutality. Here, I'll show you.
Fried hair. Smells like an ashtray. On town hall. Fried hair. Smells like an ashtray. Bad perfume on top.
Man, pull up on these two right here.
I want to point one more time. This is not fiction. This is a real life story. These are real events. These are real people. Obviously, these are actors, but the events that they're depicting are real, like 100% real, okay? So for you to think like, I don't fucking know, man, that's crazy. Like, cops, like, they would. This is just a couple of bad apples. Like, no, motherfucker, this is real shit. This happened.
Gentlemen. Let's do me a favor, just wrap things up for us. Going inside the house.
What you mean? We live here, man. We not doing nothing.
Yo, chill. Hey, my man, did you hear me say you were doing something? We got a lot going on tonight. We need the streets clear, so go inside, now. Let's go. Appreciate it. Fuck out of here.
So Misty used to strip over at the Rips.
Yeah.
You know, off Broadway. Big ol' ass for a white girl.
Man, circle around on these two, man. Fucking kids. Trying to fucking be nice.
Yeah, back up,
Now you going to jail, you understand me?
Don't move, man.
Fuck off them steps.
These my steps. I ain't going
Your
nowhere.
steps, motherfucker. Don't fucking fight me, motherfucker. Hey, motherfucker. Won't talk that fucking shit. Say it again. You still want to talk that fucking shit?
Price, come on. It's enough, Wayne Price.
Yeah, now it's enough.
Chill, man.
That's my fucking brother, man. I hope you feel better.
Big fucking mouth, you know that?
That's fucked up.
You say you won't see me, Sergeant? Shut the door. Okay. What's going on?
Brother, you fucked up. Big time.
Inflation sucks.
I mean, two
So
guys
here's
enjoying a
3
beer on their
days of
steps? What the fuck, dude?
What, those assholes that came back on that?
You left witnesses and a fucked up arrestee who had to go to Hopkins for stitches. They came in with a pretty legit complaint.
You know, look, I gave him a chance. I told him they had to get the fuck on inside. I mean, I circled the block.
Wayne,
one of them mouths off to me.
You could lose your job over shit like this.
Way too Balkan.
These my... Hang on. Hang on. Look, maybe things, you know, got out of hand. You know, maybe I took a little bit... What? Oh, you got...
Dude, it makes me so mad!
Fucking with me? Fuck.
Wayne, calm down. You're an earner and you work your ass off. We are always gonna protect
This is
you.
real!
But seriously, you could have been nailed. Problem is you half-assed the paperwork.
Look, I'll be honest with you. I didn't really think this was much of anything.
Look here.
You know?
Always start with the attack. The threat to your safety can never be mentioned enough. See,
I don't know if it's really that casual. I think this is exactly how it happens. Maybe more discreet, you think? Brother, they're all cops. What the fuck do you mean? He's literally educating him on how to do the fucking paperwork to make sure that when he's beating on a fucking person that he threw in jail unjustifiably, that, like, you know, here's what you have to actually fucking do. How many times have I covered the real Baltimore fucking gun trace task force, boys? I literally have videos on this fucking unit. Like, not specifically naming them as this unit, as like a individually corrupt one, but I've literally covered them. I've covered the fuck. This is the same dumbasses that after they got fucking body cameras were so stupid that they didn't know that the body camera fucking literally is on all the time and actually turns on 30 seconds before you actually fucking turn it on when they're recording it. And the dumbass on fucking body camera literally put the fucking gun down, or no, a bag of drugs down, walks back, turns on his fucking body camera, walks directly to where he just placed the drug, and goes, "Oh my God, there's fucking drugs here. We hit the jackpot, boys. Yo." And then literally, like, you see it. You see it in the fucking body cam footage. Like, that's how fucking stupid these Dundalk dickheads are, okay? That's real. That shit's real. This is literally fucking real.
It has to seem standard to anyone looking at this that you and any other officers were in serious danger.
I know.
I don't even see the part in here about the broken bottle. I hear about that from your partner.
Yeah, look, that fucker, he didn't just drop it. I mean, yeah, he did. He threw it right at me. I mean, luckily, LT, I am an elite athlete.
Birthday, man,
You know what I mean, it would have hit me right in the fucking grill if I hadn't been so nimble, you know. So, nah, you're right, Sarge. I just didn't think this one mattered. I got sloppy.
Rewrite that son of a bitch, okay?
All right, I'm on it. You motherfucker, you scared the shit out of me, man.
I mean, dude, here. This is the,
Let's
here.
go.
Yeah. Baltimore police caught planting drugs in body cam footage, public defender says. Baltimore man was held in jail for months after police found a stash of drugs, but the officer who found the drugs also seemed to be the one who hid them in that spot, according to the footage from his body camera. Public defender's office says the man is now free and is questioning the officer's involvement in 53 active cases. 53 active fucking cases, dude. Listen, it doesn't end there. That shit's real. Okay, here. I'll be live tweeting again, episode 4, We Own the City, to show some of the real live. So this is the guy who actually wrote, Justin Fenton. This is the guy who wrote We Own the City, right? He is the Baltimore Sun journalist who wrote a book called We Own the City, which HBO then turned into a miniseries. The guy who wrote the book We Own the City was a Baltimore Sun journalist who tracked the Baltimore gun trace task force and numerous other like instances of Baltimore police corruption. And he literally has been like live tweeting the fucking things that have been happening, basically, like or that are on episode 4, for example. Like on May 16, when episode 4 came out, he live tweeted it. Here,
I'm an employee at the Baltimore.
Opening scene depicts the 2010 pursuit of Omar Burley and Brent Matthews, which led to the death of Elbert Davis, who's 86 years old. What did they do? They literally fucking went in, and Jenkins, basically, as he always did back in the day, he's like a very experienced cop at this point, said, this guy definitely just got out of a fucking drug house, okay? This guy definitely just got out of a fucking drug house, and throws the lights on. The headquarters tells him to stop pursuing the fucking car because they don't want to have a police chase in a fucking neighborhood, right? Like in a normal residential area. You can very easily track them with a fucking helicopter. You don't need to actually chase them, but he's a fucking dickhead, and he chases him anyway. What happens in that chase? Obviously, the fucking two dudes that are running away from the cops, that are driving away from the cops, end up fucking crashing into a car and killing an 86-year-old man. This is a real thing, by the way. Like, this is a real event that happened. What Ward told the feds about Sean Suter, warning him about Jenkins, that's something Ward told me in the interviews from prison.
23 months.
Where they ended up, I believe they fucking, the scene with the flipped car is depicting planting a BB gun in 2014 on Demerick Simon. The car didn't really flip. Here's a real picture of the replica dropped on scene. This is another instance from episode 4 where there's like, they plant a gun to save his ass. Didn't the guy driving away not know they were cops because they were robbing them? The guys driving away said that they didn't know that they were fucking cops and that they were worried about getting robbed. Because they're in plainclothes. They're plainclothes officers, and their cars are fucking civilian cars with beams on them. So you can't know in a fucking heated moment. You could like literally think. You could literally think that it's
cat right here. See that? That right there is a drug deal.
It's 11:30 in the morning, man. How the fuck do you get there?
Come on, man. Fucking make a car, a backpack he's wearing. Baltimore, it's all the PC we need. Hey, Sean, I like these.
This is the important part. He says, in Baltimore, that's the only PC we need. That's the only probable cause we need to chase someone or to put them as